It's Mick, and I'm back for another Mick's Movie Reviews. This one, I don't know how to explain it. It's not even going to be sensible. So Backrooms, obviously released this year, 2026. How can I get a film 10 out of 10, which it definitely was, without understanding what I've watched for the last 110 minutes? It's maybe the most confusing watch I've ever had, but it's one of the best films I've ever seen. You've got Chitwell Adjowafor, and excuse me for this one, but Renata Renezve. They play Clark and Mary. Mary's a therapist that's looking after Clark after the breakdown of his marriage. They have a weird relationship, shall we say. It's not romantic or anything like that. It's kind of edgy. Like she don't want to be looking after him, sort of thing. But anyway, that aside, Kane Parsons, what the hell? He's 20 years old and is directed maybe my favourite horror film at last 10 years, easy. It don't rely on jump scares. It's got a bit of gore in it, but not a lot. It don't rely on that at all. And it's all the visuals that are affecting you. It's all the sights, a bit of the sounds, but it's like surrealism art, but on celluloid. It's amazing. The concept came from the creepypasta online, stories, little YouTube shorts, things like that, and then A24 jumped on it, and basically the rest's history. But it's by far A24's biggest grossing film. Back to it, Clark owns a furniture store. His videos for his adverts, Clark being a pirate. His staff, who turn out to be cannon fodder, I can't remember the names. They basically mock him for being a pirate. It don't make sense for his shop and things like that. And his electrics keep going off, so he gets an electrician out, and on the breaker box there's two switches that there's no way that he's not noticed them before, let's be fair. Big red switches that connect to something else, not the building. And when he flicks them, it affects nothing in the building. He's shouting upstairs and his staff are saying no, there's no happening. And then he sees a bit of light through a wall, and he goes over, he feels it, and he falls through. He's in the back room. Now, how somebody can make corridors and rooms and even chairs and things like that seem scary is beyond me. The tenseness, as soon as he goes through that wall, you're expecting something, and I think that's part of it, that you're expecting something all the way through. You're not expecting massive effects and things like that, because you don't get them. A lot of it's practical, and that's it. You get corridors upon corridors. I mean, they built this labyrinth of yellow corridors, and you try to remember where he's gone, and then next thing he turns round and there's a wall there, and he'll go to another bit and he's lost. But anyway, he gets out, and then he talks his staff into going in with him. Well, sorry, first he goes and sees Mary, and he shows a drawn out map of the back rooms. She knocks it off, thinks he's back on booze, but then he goes and sees his staff. And I'm sorry, like I say, I can't remember the names. They were cannon fodder, you'll find out why. And he gets them to take a video camera, some rope, things like that. They're very dismissive at first, but he offers to pay them to come and do it. So obviously they're young and they go and do it. They go into the back rooms, and obviously they're amazed. They don't know what it is, where they are. To be fair, none of them do. And then they get to a part that you've not seen. It's got water in it and things like that. Then there's a slope. Anyway, the male member of staff, because obviously Clark can't do it, he's the main character, goes down this slope. The rope loosens. You hear screaming. The female member of staff, who's his girlfriend, is screaming. And for some reason, they all run off in different directions. Clark manages to find the female member of staff, and then it just goes batshit crazy. Clark's left a voice message for Mary to come and see him, give her directions to get into the back rooms. And then when she gets there, excuse me, she gets knocked out and wakes up tied to a chair. Round it, it's like a dining room, kitchen sort of area, and there's 4 creatures that they've tried to replicate humans, but they're just not quite there. One sat down at the table, one stood in a corner, one behind Mary, and then Clark's trying to make everything seem fine, like that's where he should be, that's where he likes, he feels wanted there. These replicants don't talk, they don't judge him, so he's staying there. So anyway, he gets up, walks to the replicant that sat at the table, and says, the good thing is they can't feel pain. Pulls a knife out, carves a bit of this bloke off. He said, and then what goes worse is, he says it tastes gorgeous. Puts some in. So Mary at this point starts screaming. He opens a fridge, and there's the female worker's head in there, and now she's losing it, saying that his wife left him because he's rubbish and that he was an alcoholic and that he fails at everything that he does, failed architecture. I mean, he owns a shop, so it can't be that bad. But anyway, by the by, she manages to talk him round to letting her go, and then all of a sudden, a giant version of Clark's alter ego of the pirate walks into the room, and Clark tries reasoning with it, saying, oh, she's going, we're letting her go, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden it just picks Clark up and bites his head off. What we've got to think at this point is, this giant entity is played by an actual human. It's not CGI, it's not effects, it's a bloke in a suit, like Predator, Alien before him, things like that. And he's an amazing character. I'm going to apologise. I can't say his name. Can't pronounce it, but I thought it'd be less disrespectful of me to not try and get it wrong. But he's amazing. 7 foot odd. Used to be a basketball player. He's going to be a big creature actor moving forward. Anyway, so he's bit Clark's head off. Mary gets away from the chair, runs off. This pirate's chasing her. Need to cut all these out. This pirate's chasing her, and she manages to get away. They're in this replica of the furniture store. Mary's running round. This pirate's ambling round her to chase her. Mary smacks him with, I think, a wooden leg off a chair or a ottoman or something like that. And then all of a sudden the sprinklers set off. Mary runs, gets through this little gap, and all of a sudden there's guys in hazmat suits. They manage to get her and take her into her room for questioning. There's honestly not much information comes from this questioning. The guy who's questioning her, the guy from Creep, he's been in there, she's been in there, and they're just talking about what we've already seen. There's no, this is what the Backrooms are, this is what they're there for, this is what we're going to do with them. It's basically, it just leaves it open. And for me, it was brilliant. Confusing, but brilliant. 10 out of 10 for definite. But like I say, it was just confusing as hell. I definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend watching it. But apart from that, I can't go into it anymore. I'm going to have to watch it again to get some more insight to it, and I'll probably come back with another video. So until then, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be back with another one soon. I've got a good idea of which one it's going to be. It's going to be another good one. Might be another horror one. I'm sorry for clogging it up with horror, but that's what's been top at minute. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it's a massive help if you do. And if you can comment, drop me something down there, let me know how I'm going, let me know I'm not talking to my son. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.